This video addresses the legal custody frameworks and agreements in a child custody litigation. In a co-parenting environment where the parents are living in a separate household or going through divorce or separation, it is critical from early on to be able to establish a framework that defines the right and responsibility of each parent vis-a-vis the child. That would be which parent will have physical custody, who has legal custody. Is there a shared physical custody or a sole legal custody? The agreement essentially will define those parameters and will become a guide to go forward with visitation, custody, and some of the legal parameters that comes with caring for a child. It is important to try to establish a child custody agreement through a mutual consent. When the parties get together and draft and execute an agreement that reflects their needs and their wants, it is going to be far more successful than if it's essentially decreed by the court. The collaborative process early on, if there's a good communication and there is a mutual agreement to come up with an agreement that looks to establishing the best interest of a child throughout this process, it is the one that most likely will be adopted by the court and decreed by the court at a later time, so that it will become a legal document and will be enforceable. Alternatively, if the parties are unable to come up with an agreement on their own, essentially the court can decide all of those parameters through a litigation process using the legal framework, legal elements that established in DC for child custody. But it is far more important for the children than the adults to have a legal framework in place, because it allows them to have a routine, a consistent environment where they know which parent is going to be involved in what task, when they're going to see each parent, and how they're going to essentially flourish in this environment. For more information about DC child custody laws, litigation, forms, you can visit familylawdc.com. Under family law, you can look at under the child custody lawyer to get additional information on this subject.